Welcome back, everybody. Right, no TT content today. Was supposed to be. We're halfway through doing it, and then Jon Packer, who I race with, he decided to spring this on me. This isn't his race car. This is his track car that he goes out and practices on. I think that's what he does. I don't know. Anyway, he's going for mapping Thursday, so we've had to push the TT out on the drive and get this in instead. He wants an intercooler. He wants a different downpipe. And then he's going to take it for mapping. He also wants me to look at some bits on the brakes and stuff like that. It's quite a good one to talk about because it's a similar spec actually to the race cars. Obviously minus cage, it's still got a full interior, but a lot of the suspension components are similar. So I'll give you a quick walk around and then we'll do some time lapses of me taking the front end off, trying not to degas the aircon and fit an intercooler. Right then, so yellow speed for the win. These, believe it or not, these calipers actually came off my first Mark 7 endurance car. So they've done a season of endurance racing. They were red, they're now burgundy. And then Jon's put them on this and what looks like left them at the bottom of the sea. But anyway, so Jon's then got the Area Motorsport spec yellow speeds. So they are, again, what the Rob sells as sort of a lower spec to the Nitrons, which is what we run on the race cars. That there is a DCC delete. This car is a pretty high spec Clubsport, so it would have come with adaptive dampers from the factory. But yeah, once you switch to coilovers, you need to get rid of that. Braided lines, obviously. Some extremely racy Berkline spherical lower arms. And yeah, good grief, yeah, it is extremely rusty. I don't know where Jon keeps it. Let me show you some of the other suspect modifications that Jon's done to it. I'll just quickly open this door here. I think the anodised gold paddle flaps, probably not really what we're after. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, show you where we got to. There's quite a bit more involved on this, to be honest, and taking off a road car. There's a lot more wiring for horns and the ADS sensor, which is like the cruise control sensor. Anyway, this is where I get them to, basically. So you need to be able to take, obviously, the radiator off. So you've got to drop the coolant. You need to take the rad pack off, and then we will then pull the old intercooler out. There's a bit of wiring down here that's a bit tricky, like the rad fan and things like that. And yeah, and obviously can't take it away completely because we don't really want to drop the aircon. Jon's also got an oil cooler, the same as we run on the race cars as well. So again, another reason why you can't take the crash bar completely away. I take the headlights out. You could probably do it without doing that, but I just prefer to because they're really expensive and I don't want to scratch them. So I will carry on. I'll try and set up the time lapse here and carry on. Right then, so we're to the point where the condenser on the aircon, this is a bastard of a job if you aren't degassing it, to be honest. Trying to get the intercooler disconnected from that aircon rad's quite tricky, but you can get it eventually. There's the rest of the rad pack. So there's the standard intercooler and the radiator. Standard radiator is going back on, but obviously the intercooler's been changed. Just a quick one to note, on these Club Sports, they've got a aux rad to the side, all nicely ducted as well. But yeah, let's put it all back together. Right, it's back together, sort of. I'll be honest, it was horrible. So I filmed most of the time lapse, but then it was going on forever. You can see it's dark outside now, so yeah, it's all back in. The Mishimoto intercooler doesn't fit amazing, to be honest. Yeah, getting the actual standard rad to click back into it is a bit painful. Anyway, just running it up just to make sure there's no leaks on the coolant side of it, where I've had the coolant out of it. These are a bit of a nightmare to bleed if you're bleeding them up. They take ages anyway, because they don't get hot very easily on running them up on the ramp. But the big thing is they seem to sort of bleed up and then leave them overnight with the cap off, and then they find a bit more air. So yeah, I'll get this all back together, show you it all back together. Not that you can see any difference. It has got an intercooler in there now, and then we'll get onto the downpipe.